22.3%. That's the average interest rate Americans are paying on credit card debt right now. Not a payday loan, not a cash advance from a corner store, a regular credit card, and that number just hit a record high. I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. And today I want to talk about something that most people never stop to actually look at, not their mortgage rate, not their credit score. I want to talk about their household blended interest rate, because that number is the one that's quietly draining your financial life every single month. Here's what's happening across America right now. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York released their fourth quarter 2025 numbers. Total household debt in the United States hit $18.8 trillion. That's a record high. Now, most of that is mortgages. Fine. We can work with mortgages. But strip the mortgage out and look at what's left, and you have $5.1 trillion in consumer debt. Ow! Credit cards, auto loans, student loans, personal loans. That's what I'm talking about today. Let me give you some of those numbers up close. Credit card balances in this country hit $1.28 trillion, another record. The average person carrying a balance owes $6,523 on those credit cards. And as I mentioned, the average APR on credit cards that are actually carrying a balance, 22.3%. New card offers coming in the mail right now, closer to 23.5%. Think about that for a second. 22%. If you owe $6,000 on a credit card at 22%, you're making minimum payments, you're not getting out of debt, you're renting money at a very expensive price. Now let's look at your car. The average new car loan in America right now, $43,582. Monthly payment, $767 a month. Ow! That is a record high too. And used car loans are averaging about 11.25% interest. So if you financed a used vehicle, you're paying over 11% on a car that is worth less every single day you own it. Student loans, $1.66 trillion nationwide. The average federal borrower is carrying $39,600 at an interest rate of about 6.5%. I know that sounds almost reasonable compared to credit cards, but when you pile it all together, it stops being reasonable fast. And then there are personal loans, unsecured loans. The average rate on those right now, just over 12%. So here's what I want you to do. Sit down tonight and actually add up your non-mortgage debt, credit cards, car loans, student loans, personal loans. Add up the balances, add up the monthly payments, and then figure out what the blended interest rate is across all of it. Because that blended rate is the number that matters. Not any one rate, all of them averaged together, weighted by how much you owe on each one. Here's the easy way to do it. Go to rsrlinks.com/keysteps. It's completely free. That's rsrlinks.com/keysteps. We also have a blended interest rate calculator that does math for us. You put in the balances and your rates, and it shows you exactly what your money is costing you every month. rsrlinks.com/keysteps, free. Calculators, rsrlinks.com/calculators to get the blended interest rate calculator, and the number it shows may surprise you. Most families I talk to are sitting somewhere between 14 and 20% when you average it all together. Ow! Some are higher. Now, here's the question I want you to sit with. What if there was a way to take all that debt, roll it into one single loan, and drop that blended rate down significantly? What would that do to your monthly cash flow? What would that do to your financial stress? That's what a home equity loan can do. And this is exactly what I mean when I say strategy beats rate always. Strategy beats rate always. It's not about getting a great rate on one loan. It's about looking at your entire financial picture and making smarter decisions with the debt you already carry. Right now, the national average rate on a home equity loan, 7.92%. I want to be clear, that's a national average. It is not a rate quote or a loan offer. Your actual rate will depend on your credit, your equity, your property, and your specific situation. But here is what I can tell you. For well-qualified borrowers, we are seeing rates in the mid to upper sixes, and the process is simpler than most people expect. A quick and easy home equity loan can typically be completed in about 20 minutes to get started and funded in as little as 7 to 10 days. Let me give you a quick illustration. Let's say you have $21,000 in non-mortgage debt, credit cards, a personal loan, maybe some medical bills, and your average interest rate across all of it is around 22%. You're paying roughly $4,600 a year just in interest. Just stand still. Roll that same $21,000 into a home equity loan at 8%. Your annual interest rate drops to about $1,700. That's nearly $3,000 a year back in your pocket without changing your income, without changing your spending habits, just by changing the interest rate on the debt you already have. That is strategy beats rate, always in action. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Ron, I don't know if I have enough equity, or I don't know if I'd qualify. That's exactly why I want you to talk with you, because we can run the numbers in a short Zoom call and give you a real answer. Start at rsrlinks.com/keysteps. Run the free blended rate calculator at rsrlinks.com/calculators. See what your debt is actually costing you. And when you're ready to talk, book a 15-minute Zoom consultation at bookrs15.com. That's bookrs15.com. 15 minutes, your numbers on the screen, a real conversation about whether a home equity loan makes sense for your situation. The debt is there whether you look at it or not. The question is whether you're going to do something about it. rsrlinks.com/keysteps to get started. Bookrs15.com to book your Zoom call. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Thanks for listening to the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by rsrlinks.com/debt-free.